Kevin Stefanski and Browns accused of sabotaging Shedeur Sanders' NFL career amid trade pitch. Although Shedeur Sanders was selected in the 5th round and Dylan Gabriel in the 3rd, it's the reps, not the resumes, that tell the whole story. Both were described as developing quarterbacks with potential when they arrived at the Browns' facility for OTAs. That's where the similarities ended. Kenny Pickett and Gabriel have already been sharing first-team snaps. Sanders, on the other hand, has not sniffed a rep with the starter and is locked in at QB4. That's not just unusual. It's beginning to look deliberate. During day 2 of OTAs, Sanders had a 7 of 9 day with 3 touchdowns and no picks, among other early flashes. Still, he hasn't climbed the ladder. At 40, Joe Flacco is still running with the twos, and Gabriel has completely leapfrogged Sanders. The cracks are visible, but Sanders isn't openly complaining. Though with 4 quarterbacks in the room, there are likely only 3 roster spots, and the math doesn't favor Sanders. The unbalanced setup is what sparked ESPN to raise the alarm on social media. In a segment of ESPN's Get Up, Louis Riddick echoed that assessment on air. He praised Shedeur Sanders' approach, but acknowledged the uphill battle. Shedeur will get the opportunity as he continues to progress and earn the trust of the coaching staff, Mike T's right. He's the most talented thrower on that roster, but that doesn't matter. If you don't get the opportunity, and the only way you get the opportunities, you have to earn it. You have to earn more opportunities, and I think he has the right mindset right now in terms of how he's approaching that. It really is a hell of a thing that he's trying to get done. And Riddick also believes that Shedeur has extraordinary talent, which makes him perfect to be QB1. And if he does wind up starting at some point this season, given the lack of reps that he's going to be getting right now, it's going to be a Herculean feat, and one that we won't be able to spend enough time talking about just how big of a deal that really is, Riddick added. It wasn't the first time this concern surfaced. In another Get Up segment, Riddick blamed the Browns' coaching staff specifically. It's going to be incumbent upon this coaching staff to give him a path to really earn that. I think his skill set is such that he can compete with anybody on that roster in the quarterback room. As a matter of fact, he can probably, just 1-for-1 man-for-man beat out anybody on that roster. But no matter how much he studies, the tape doesn't lie. He's not being given a real shot. That's the disconnect. During early OTA sessions, Shedeur Sanders' workload raised some questions about his standing in the quarterback depth chart. While he logged just 9 pass attempts, he did manage to throw 3 touchdowns in 7 on 7 drills. Still, the limited reps initially made it unclear whether Sanders was truly in the mix for the starting job. Browns head coach, Kevin Stefanski, has cautioned against reading too much into rep counts, especially since the media only sees a portion of the full practice schedule. In the latest round of OTAs, Sanders once again delivered 3 touchdown throws, a repeat of his earlier showing, and that consistency has started to catch fans' attention. Once considered a potential first-round draft pick, Sanders unexpectedly slid to the 5th round. But his recent flashes suggest that Cleveland may have found a hidden gem, a slid to the 5th round. But his recent flashes suggest that Cleveland may have found a hidden gem. Article continues below this ad. According to ESPN Cleveland's Kimberly A. Martin, there are voices within the Browns organization who see Sanders as a future starter. For now, though, veteran Joe Flacco is expected to open the season as the team's QB1. In that building, there are people who believe Shedeur can 100% be the starter of this football team. It's also incumbent upon Shedeur to do the work, which, talking to people in that building, they have said he is soaking up everything like a sponge in the QB rooms, talking to Flacco, wanting to learn. But while the Browns continue to keep Shedeur at arm's length, another team is quietly circling. The Pittsburgh Steelers recently made waves when they signed Aaron Rodgers to a $13.65 million, one-year contract, thereby securing their starting quarterback through 2025. However, the Steelers' depth chart is questionable after Rodgers. Mason Rudolph, Will Howard, and Skylar Thompson complete a group that has limited potential in the long run. That has sparked a new trade pitch. Send Shedeur Sanders to Pittsburgh in exchange for a 2026 third-round pick. The logic? It's simple. Sanders was a 5th-round pick. If they don't plan on using him, if Gabriel is already the future, then flipping Sanders for a higher pick makes sense. And it's a low-risk strategy with possible rewards for Pittsburgh. Some analysts believe that Sanders is a first-round talent who may grow quietly behind Rodgers as he gets ready for a long-term position. There is a twist, of course. Sanders was passed on by Pittsburgh several times in the 2025 draft. They could have taken him, but they chose to draft Will Howard in the 6th instead. Therefore, to give away a third-round pick now would be to acknowledge that they made a mistake. Still, with Rodgers nearing the end and no heir apparent in the room, Sanders could be worth the recalibration. HOFer goes against typical Travis Hunter position debate as Liam Coen announces plans for Jaguars rookie. There can be many great NFL players, but there can only be one Travis Hunter. Sure, he might have won the Heisman Trophy, and sure, he might get one of the best rookie contracts. But being Travis Hunter has its own set of problems. The biggest question troubling everyone, probably even the team management, right now, would be, where do you play Travis Hunter? He is an anomaly in the world of modern football. Someone who can play in two different positions with equal grace. Travis Hunter started playing at the top of his potential as a cornerback, as well as a wide receiver when he reached college football. He initially played for Jackson State for 1 year under Deion Sanders, who also played in two positions like Hunter. He then moved to Colorado with Sanders. It was there that Hunter truly reached his potential and caught everyone's attention. During this period, Hunter received 1,979 yards, making 153 receptions in the offense, and also made 66 tackles on the defense. It is because of these stats that ever since the Jacksonville Jaguars drafted him, a debate has ensued over where the team would play him. Recent reports have suggested that Liam Coen would be training him in both positions. And since then, experts have been voicing their opinions over where he should actually play. One such expert and Hall of Famer, Rod Woodson, appeared on the Up and Adams podcast and talked about the Travis Hunter position debate. Giving his input, Rod weighed in on Travis playing in the cornerback position instead of a wide receiver. Reasoning out his opinion, he said, "I would put him at the corner because it's hard to find a shutdown corner. It's just really hard to find a shutdown corner." Highlighting Travis's ability to effectively limit the receiver from collecting the pass by sticking to him, Woodson also cited the availability of a shutdown corner or shutdown cornerback as one of his reasons for the opinion. It's easier to find receivers that can go out and catch the ball, make plays, and get touchdowns. But to find a shutdown corner that can play 10 to 12 years, shutting the opposing best team players down, it's hard to find, he added. While his advice might not help Travis so much, it will probably be helpful for the team. After all, if they are getting a shutdown cornerback, they will use him as such. As experts and pundits discuss which position Travis Hunter might play, the team seems to have made a decision. Head coach Liam Coen seems to have been giving the two-position question some thought, and it looks like he is finally ready to test out his theory. Liam Coen finds the answer to the Travis Hunter problem. Ever since Travis Hunter joined the Jaguars, he was not sure if he would be playing in two positions despite his wishes. But it now seems that his wishes are coming true. After only playing on the offense or defense as per the team's schedule, the time has come for Hunter to make his mark. Having slowed down his journey into playing two positions by managing the workload, Liam Coen now feels that Travis is ready for the next step. Surprisingly enough, Coen has decided to hurry his progress, mentioning that Travis's two-way play training will begin as early as the training camp. This is as opposed to his previous plan of not training him for that until week 1. Reports suggest that the reason for this acceleration is his acclimatization to the offensive play early on in the offseason. Talking to the reporters after Tuesday's mandatory minicamp, Coen talked about Hunter's physical conditioning and the reason he is able to play in two positions. "I think what helps him do things right a lot is that he's so well conditioned that, from a mental fatigue standpoint, doesn't seem to occur all that much out here, where he can kind of just run," Coen said. "So that's been exciting to see, and he's going to have to lean into that as he goes here and the reps start to go up, and he starts to play offense and defense on the same day, which will occur in training camp," Coen added as he revealed the plan to have Travis play both the roles in the same day. From what Coen has shared with the reporters, it is safe to say that Travis will be playing in two positions for the Jaguars. However, we'll have to keep a close eye on the training camp to determine which position he will play, preferably, and in what circumstances.